What's up, fam? I'm back. This is a shout out video to Glow and Flume. I don't even know if I'm saying your name right, but you asked me to do a taco salad, so I didn't have all the ingredients. So I kind of just made my own taco salad. If you can see that, we got your shredded lettuce, onions, we got beef, like you said, or beef, yeah. And then we just have some ranch dressing on top of it. We're gonna add a little bit of salt. I don't have the tortilla chips, but I wanted to do this for you because I told you guys to start putting in requests of videos that you want to see me do. And as soon as I get my shots, we're going to start that journey, guys. And you guys are going to watch me eat and lose the weight again. So we're going to start, guys, together. And then I have a lot of fun plans for this summer since I'm not doing the cruise no more. We're just going to do a lot of fun stuff together, guys. So, but here's this taco salad. Let's say grace and let's eat. Dear God, bless this food, bless this time in Jesus' name, amen. I just got out of the shower, so my hands are a little ashy. Didn't do really anything. Haven't even had time to put lotion on yet. We are having Crystal Light here. Crystal. I called her Crystal now. And we are doing the raspberry lime. And lime is really good for you when you want to lose weight. Okay? So here we go, guys. First bite, taco salad. I wish I had my little crunchy things and that seasoning to make it a taco salad, but I don't. And my lettuce is like warping. It's getting like rotten looking or rust looking. But my mom told me that's still good. Let me get a drink. I need a drink first. I'm thirsty. But yeah, guys. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, here we go. It is tasty. You would think I would be a pro at this. I would have paper towels lined up, but I don't. So, guys, I think the House or the Speaker or the whatever, whoever the hell the people are, I think they voted, or no, I think they extended it. I don't know. I don't know what's true anymore because I heard that like the guy who owns TikTok, his company, excuse me, is saying that because there's some type of server that the US don't want China to have anymore or whoever it is, TikTok, okay, so basically they're saying that the ban will go into effect on Sunday, January 19th. I don't know what time, but they're back then, before they were saying was you could never get it from the iStore or any type of store, Apple Store, Google Store, whatever it's called on different phones, right? In the US, you were not allowed to download it anymore. But then some people said, well, what that means is TikTok updates itself weekly, so you won't get any updates. You won't see any of the new features or nothing. So they're saying like, you know, it's crazy. But now they're saying the Chinese guy that came on, the owner of it, he said TikTok will go officially dark on January 19th, Sunday, January 19th. No one knows what time, what's going to happen unless. And then Biden, just his last thing before he leaves as president, said that he is willing to find a way to help the American people who use TikTok to get it extended or to find if there was some type of like mediator for, you know, the US to work with China or whatever it is. And, you know, sickly, you know, they be working with China. Come on now. But I'm like, I don't do politics or anything, but I don't know why Biden thinks that he's going to make a difference when he was in office for 4 years. And I know everyone loves Trump and everyone's like, oh my God, Trump is going to be so cool. Da, 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 da. But what people forget was Trump wanted to ban TikTok back when he was in office too. And he said he was willing to sign it. It just never got as far as it did this time. So I remember that. But last night, on my For You page, there's just this whole Ash Tadillian, whatever her name is, girl that Fame is so evil. Fame being famous, having your name out there, and at any cost. Like this woman went viral for dating inmates who had so many really bad charges. Her daughter was crushing on this dude named Santos. Actually, let me not say all his name because I don't want to be sued. But so then she started messing with him. He's 19, she's 30, she's 36 or 35. She's somewhere in there. And then this whole thing, he comes to visit her. He takes her to her first prom, blah, 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 blah. Then somehow her address gets leaked and people are coming over there to her house, showing up, bringing her gifts, honking the horn. And I think she lives like in a duplex, not a duplex, like something. I don't know what she lives in. She loves all the fame. She's clouding, collabing with people, going live, putting her whole life out there, abandoning her kids. DCS gets a case open on her. The kids go to live with their grandparents. Her family's embarrassed by her because she's 30-something years old running around with a 19-year-old. Then the 19-year-old gets in trouble. He gets deported back to Mexico. He's stuck in Mexico. To me, honestly, if I'm not mistaken, this dude looks scary. This dude looks abusive. This dude looks like he tries to control everything. What he reminds me of, if I'm not lying, and everyone wants to do this, and I hate this, but I understand why people want to do it. It goes back to the Hype House. If anyone knows who the Hype House is, was Jake Paul. He started the content creator houses. Jake Paul started that in like 2015, 2016, whatever, right? And I was a fan of Jake Paul and Logan Paul because they both came from Ohio. He had a speech impediment. He had a disability. His teachers told him he would never be anything. And look where he is now. So I rooted for him. But when he started doing crazy and getting himself kicked off of a hit TV show that was kind of like TikTok and YouTube and all that stuff, that was a hit. It went for 5 seasons. It did really good. But Brevard's Bark, or however the show was called, I watched it. Rigo Rodriguez, or whatever her name is, she came from that show. And look at her, how popular she is. But everyone has started from Jake Paul. Then there was the Hype House that was read by whatever his name was. Supposedly he was abusive, but these men, they're my age or a little bit younger. They took advantage of these younger people who want the fame so bad, right? And in the Hype House, you had to post every single day, sometimes 4, 5, 6 times a day. Go live, do all this different content stuff, be forced into all these things. You could barely sleep. Like a lot of people came out of that Hype House. Like Vinny Hacker came out of there. What's his name? Josh Richards came out of there. Jake Paul he came and visit. Bryce Hall was a part of it. Then Taylor Holder did one. He had all his issues. Then he went country now. He don't really do social media anymore. Never found out what he did. I don't know what he did that was so secret that we never found out. He must have had a really good team around him, or just everyone signed NDAs. And then you have all these homes that now have broken up. But then I feel like Santos is trying to do the same thing with women. And he thinks that he's like, I don't know, just when he went home and he got in a fight with that and his mom beat his ass, I was like, dude, you try to be all tough, but then your mom still whoop your butt. So like, seriously, like, I hate people like that. They try to be all tough, but like, when it comes to like their mom, their dad, their sister, whoever like kind of raised them, they whimper like a little kid and they're all scared, like, don't hit me. Like, you could see it in that one live that he got in a fight with his brother, that his mom came home and he said beat his ass. You could still see that he was still scared in the moment. But I just don't understand. But anyways, getting back to Ash Torino, she was in Texas last weekend, or this weekend, I don't know, last weekend. And 2 people showed, because she runs her mouth. So people found out somehow, and she's stupid because she has all these young kids now mooching off of her to get famous, right? Right before TikTok goes bye-bye. But then they'll probably all move to YouTube. But she has all these young kids, like 19, 21, 22, 23. Like, none of them are like, I mean, that's not a kid technically. Society says that you're adult. But what I've learned is your brain doesn't formally finish growing until you're 27 years old. So technically you still are a kid because you act like one. So through people So they get kicked out of an Airbnb because of all the craziness. Then they get kicked out of a bar. Then people start showing up. People are trying to hit her. People are trying to fight her. Her security that she says is the best, top of the line, don't do shit for her. So then the actual, she was in San Antonio. So the actual San Antonio PD, police, whoever, have to show up. Like 4 people get arrested. She bonds out certain ones. She doesn't bond out other ones. And this woman is full of lies. She gets on there and she just lies about people. Oh, I was going to do this. And then the family comes out and they like, she's a liar. She wants clout so bad. But then I'm like, you have a 12-year-old and a 16-year-old or 12-year-old and 15-year-old. These kids are dying for their mother's attention and you're too busy having fun. I do understand like a lot of people are growing off of her. And to me, it's stupid because TikTok's going bye-bye. But if I ever got that big, like I was always thinking, if I ever got that big where I was like famous, I was like, I would do a house like that, but hear me out. It would not be so controlling. Like I would help people. Like when me and Jama were doing YouTube, right? And Jama was like blowing up overnight, right? If she would have got super famous, right? In the Philippines and here, she would have definitely helped me because she already said that. And then our goal was to give back to the community. Like we would have done Jama and Reese Boy company and we would have gave back to the community. Like we would have bought food for people in the Philippines that don't have food. Jama did all of that. She did like these food banks and different stuff and helped people get their teeth done and get their eyes checked. She did a lot for people in the Philippines. And I'm talking about you, Anthony, because some of them used and abused her and took her money, but and lied to her. So me and Jama kind of wanted to do a house like that, but we would have helped people in a different way. Like we would have done a house like that, but we would have not been so controlling. Like we would have been like, it's your choice. And I would not have no one sign no NDA. I would have no one be like, oh, we got to give half of our monies to Matt and Jama for the rest of our lives. Like, no. Like these young kids that still owe the manager of what is it called? Hype House to this day, and none of them are even a part of his house anymore. That's stupid to me. That's annoying. That every dime that they be making have to go to pay him. Why don't you do that? And like, and what I think is funny too, the ones that were so popular, and thought they were all that, have kind of died down. You don't see them that much anymore. They barely post on social media. Because as you're getting closer and closer and closer to your 30s, you don't want that lifestyle anymore. You're not 18, 16. You're not that age anymore. So now, don't get me wrong. Some of the people that have come out of the Hype House or different houses have turned it into a really good career. Like you have Nessa Barrett, who's big and famous. You have Noah Beck, who has done movies. He's a model. He goes to Fashion Week. A lot has changed for his life. I think people want to attack his, is he gay? Is he straight? Even though he was with Charlie D'Amelio. Like, I hate when society does that. And then you have people like, just different people who have launched singing careers and acting careers, and like Liza, who I love, who now she's like on the red carpet. She's doing movies. She's working with Tyler Perry. Like a lot of these content creators have turned it into a career. Like Keen and JC, they're now one's engaged and they have kids now, and they're still doing content, and they've been in Tyler Perry movies, and they've done, like, Keen does a lot of acting. JC's done movies. They've done different stuff. They've turned it into a business, clotheslines, modeling, acting, commercials, getting to meet their crushes, going to, sets of like Teen Wolf and different shows and MTV Music Awards. Like you're being invited to like all this stuff, the Nickelodeon Awards. So it's like a lot of people, I am proud of the people that have turned it into an actual career. I think if me and Jama would have got that big, yes, I think that we definitely would have turned it into a career. I don't think Jama would be working for Disney. I don't think I would be sitting here right now because we would be in our houses somewhere. But as close as me and Jama are, I think that we would get like one big house just for us and like live together because we get along so well. I don't think we would buy two separate big houses. That makes no sense. We would just save money and live in the same house. Probably move her husband in because he would be so jealous. And at the time that we were getting big, I didn't have a son. Well, I mean, I had a son, but I wasn't talking to him. But I definitely probably would have brought him into the house and his mom. And I would have took care of my parents. I would have helped them out. But for whatever reason, God had a different plan. I'm going into 9 years. 9 years, May 14th, 2025. I will be 9 years on social media. If TikTok is still here, I would be 9 years on TikTok. But we'll see. But I don't know. I finished my taco salad almost. It was good, guys. You guys need to try this. It was just shredded lettuce like they put in your tacos, half a bag, or no, sprinkled some ground turkey, or no, ground beef in here, added some salt and pepper, added some ranch seasoning, added some lemon pepper, added a little bit of picante. You know, guys, I didn't really see that. I added some, but I don't see it. And then just some ranch, some blue cheese ranch dressing, some onions. I chopped up some onions, and that was it. That was my taco salad, you know? And I taste it. My mom would put the seasoning on there, and you're supposed to add the chips and the cheese and the tomatoes and the onions and use the picante sauce. I just didn't have all that. I have picante sauce, but it's hot. It says spicy, and I don't do spicy. But, Angel, you said you would do this video. I think me and my son are finally going to do a video. I don't know when, because we just got a Raising Cane's here in Florida. We actually have 2 locations here in Florida and Orlando. And so I think what we're going to do is if we pick him up one weekend and he spends the night again, I think we'll go there for lunch and then come home and record or eat inside the restaurant. And I'll just try to record and not get copyrighted because it's not on DoorDash. I looked it up because I would record it on DoorDash. I would bring it from DoorDash and do a video here, but it's not on there. But it's this big restaurant, guys. It's in LA. You see people get a cup of dipping sauce, a cup of it. And my brother says he thinks it's just a Thousand Island with like other stuff they've added to it. But yeah, so we're going to do that video. And then I think we're going to do a, I don't know if we're going to do a trying something or if we're going to do like a sour video or something because I got him this for Christmas and he left it here. It was a Christmas tree and it's sour warhead candy. Oh my God, why can't I open it? And so you have this spray. You can get the spray and it tastes really good. And then you have all the different sour warheads. Super sour, crazy sour, super, super, super sour, the yellow. I mean, you have all the different ones, guys. See? So there was more candy in here. They had like these sour gummy things that were really good. And like this, I'm going to get some more sour stuff to it. We're going to try it. He still wants me to do the world's hottest chip. So I'm thinking if I'm going to do it or not, but I probably will do it. So we're having our last bite together. Thank you, my friend. There was this lady that watched me and Jama for so many years, right? I want to collab with her, but what I'm noticing about some of my fans, not all of them, but some of them, is they watch you, but they're like silent watchers. They don't really say anything. They don't really respond. The other day, me and Jama were in the Publix. They call it the UCF Publix because we are one of the biggest colleges in the world here. So a lot of UCF students work part-time at this Publix. And back in let's see, I started my channel in 2018. So back in 2018, it was so funny because me and Jama went to this Publix and we were hungry. Me and Jama would always do like I buy, she buy, I buy, she buy, I buy, she buy, right? So this was my time to buy. And we didn't want to do fast food, right? Or we didn't want to do the buffet at the time. So we went to Publix and we were getting we got a sub. No, we weren't doing that. We weren't doing the buffet at all. Actually, this might have been when I was on my diet, I want to say. So this was 2019. So cut to 2019 because I remember being on my diet. Because I remember I was walking. And when we went to go check out, because me and John, if you watch our early videos, we ate a lot of sushi and I drank a lot of peace tea, and I still love peace tea. But we did a lot of sushi from Publix. We did the California roll and some of the other ones, right? Me and Jama. That was like our lunch because on Wednesdays, every Wednesdays, it's $5 for sushi. It's super cheap at our Publix. So we went to, if you live in Georgia, you know what Publix is. But Florida has Publix. It's just like a Walmart, a Kroger's, it's like a grocery store, right? HEB like California has, right? So anyways, so we went in Publix and we were checking out and there were these two young college kids. They had to be like early 20s. And they were like, "You're Reese boy." And I'm like, wait. And I'm like looking around like, I don't know. Like I just was like, wait, what? And like I was so shocked because I'm like, I've never met any fans here in Florida, right? Oh my God, we watch you like all the time. Like we love your videos. We love your voice. We love how calm you are. We love you and Jama together. Like we literally we can't wait for you to watch. And when you watch, we have your bells on so we know when you're gonna post. And we wait for you to post because, so I saw people walking by. They're like, we wait for you to post because we love your content. We love who you are. And they're like, don't ever stop. They're like, seriously, don't ever stop. Who cares what people say about you? We love people that are real. Like you might never have 1 million followers. You might never get a plaque or whatever, but we love you for you are, right? And at this time, I wasn't making no money yet. I didn't get monetized until 2020 because everyone was home watching videos. I was not monetized yet. Jama didn't even have her channel yet. So I was just shocked. I was just like, wait a minute. People actually know who I am? I'm like, what the hell? And so she's like, I didn't give a picture. I didn't sign nothing. They didn't ask me to sign nothing or what, because they were working. They didn't want to get in trouble. But they're like, oh my God, we would love to do a video with you. We'd love to do a video. I'm like, yeah, I'm down, sure. But then COVID hit, so you really couldn't do anything. But they still follow me. They still contact sometimes. There's this one girl, shout out to you, because I think you're the one who asked me to do the salad. I could be wrong. She says she literally watches me. Her family knows that she watches me because she'll be like, shh, shh, and she'll go watch me in her room or whatever. There are people who I've had comments where people are like, don't quit. I watch you when I go to bed in the morning, or I watch you before I go to bed. I watch you when I first wake up in the morning. I watch you when I'm down in the glumps. I've had a girl that was about to do her, and she wasn't even here. She was in the UK. I don't even know how you're doing still. And I shared my journey with dealing with depression. And she was like, you saved my life. And I literally fell apart. I literally started crying because I was like, there's no way. There's no way. And she was all the way in the UK. Guys, I'm big in India, China, the Philippines. I'm big in Jamaica. I didn't even know I made it to Jamaica. I'm big in the UK, very big in the UK. And I'm big in Iceland. I've had someone mention me from Iceland. But they say that's what happens with YouTube. You get big in different countries before you get big in the US. And so I said, hey, I'll take it. But to meet that one fan, shout out to you guys if you're still watching me. That just made my day. I was like, okay, shoot, I am making a difference. Because at the time I had family members oh, no one watches your crap. You're boring. Da, da, da. I mean, my son still says it. And other people. But at the end of the day, then they're like, well, why aren't you posting videos? I was waiting for your video. I'm like, wait, you just told me it was crap. No. I like watching your videos. So I want to do viral stuff. I do. I wanted to do the one we listen and we don't judge. I want to do that video with Jama. I think we're going to do that video. I wanted to do it with my son too, because it's funner when you do it with a kid, because you're just and they're like, so I would do it with my mom and dad, but they don't do YouTube. I think that would be such a fun video with my mom and dad. I just thought about that. My mom might take it too emotional. Like she might get really mad. But my dad, he's more of a jokester. I'm gonna ask him to sit down and do a video with me and tell you guys his journey from Jamaica to New York at the age of 5 or 11, I don't remember, and then how he made it to the Air Force Academy and how he worked hard for so many years for his country. I want to see if he would do a video. I got to ask him that. Yep. And same with my mom, being one of the first African-American women to be accepted into the Air Force Academy. I need to have her do a video too, because that's history right there. And then I want to do a video with my son, but I want to wait until he's like in his early 20s, because losing a mother at 13, that's gotta be hard, dude. I couldn't even imagine. I could not even imagine. Especially when you were a mama's boy too. I couldn't imagine that. And then having your dad walk away for 10 years. Yeah. I would love for him to come on here and tell his story. But I want to wait until he's literally like conquered all that abandonment issue. Like you literally never conquer being abandoned, because I've been abandoned. I'm 35 years old and I still feel it and I still hate it in all my relationships. And I was watching a documentary the other day and it added up to why I get so angry at people when they lie to me or when they say that they want to come hang out. It has to do with my guard has always been up. Like I understand now why I'm the way I am. I get it now. Like, if you don't answer my phone calls, it drives me crazy. If you ignore me, it drives me crazy. If you make plans to hang out with me and you don't do it, it makes me crazy. I think that is why. And then the other thing that they said in the documentary was that people attach to wrong people because they're just looking for love and they don't care how they get it. Some people find love in doing da-da-da-da. Some people find love in having a good drink or doing the other stuff. Some people find love in just different addictions. Like people find ways of coping for feeling like not loved. Like I've been in this family my whole life. This is all I know, right? The Cross family. That's all I know. But there were times that I needed a mother, but I knew that like I was never going to get one. At a young age, I knew that I didn't have a mother. I had a woman that took me in, loved me the way she knew how, but to be loving and touching and hugging and patient, no, never had that. Never had that. And actually, if I'm completely honest, I kind of feel robbed because my mom got me later in her life, and like the younger years, like when you're fun and you're hip and you want to do everything, I wasn't around. And I guess that's fine too, because I would have not really wanted a mother like that, I guess, at the time. I don't know. But like, and what's so funny is that my parents adopted me at 33 years old. Jesus died at that age. I got my child back in my 30s. That's what I think is so funny, because it's like they got me at 13 or at 33. Shoot, 13? I wasn't even born. And my kid came back in my life at 33 or 30 or whatever it was. So I just thought that was funny. But I'm sorry, this is a long video, guys, but I'm going to do one tomorrow, too. I have a video tomorrow, Saturday, and I don't know about Sunday. I don't know why I don't record when my parents are here. Back then, they would just be quiet. Like, they were really respectful for it. Very. They were one of my first subscribers, but then when all the drama came, they just stopped watching me. But there's some videos that I wish I left up, just so people would understand what I'm saying. But, and then dealing with what happened with my brother and learning that we were more involved, like we were more the same person. And I understand like all the beatings that I got, the broken jaw, all the different stuff. I'm not condoning someone putting their hands on you. I'm not at all. But like my teacher told me, and like they teach you when you do, because for a while, I thought I wanted to be a social worker. So I did all the classes. I did all that stuff. Even with my reading disability, I still was able to audit the class and learn stuff, right? And we went and worked at like foster homes and all this different stuff. And in the class, they teach you most people that are bullies or abusive were abused sometime in their life, right? It doesn't matter how. So I was thinking, you're right. And so I was thinking my brother was abusive to me because he was having abuse when he was younger. And I was like, that makes sense. And to hear things now that he's gone, and we talked about stuff, we did talk about stuff. It just breaks my heart because I'm like, he felt like he was the black sheep of the family because he did nothing with his life. And I was like, no, no, dude, you had the best job in the world being a father, and you stayed in your kid's life, well, until now. But I'm like, and then you had a wife, you had a home, you were working, you can read fine, and you don't live with your parents. I'm like, what do you mean you were the black sheep of the family? Like, I'm the one who feels like I'm the black sheep of the family. I feel like I'm the biggest disappointment to this family. I feel like certain people are just waiting for me to disappear. I feel like certain people don't even want a relationship with me. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And it makes me frustrated too because I'm like, God, why would you give me a disability, but then give me the mindset like I don't have one? Like, I'm not saying everyone with a disability just is like, oh, all the time. But the one that they're saying that I have, they want to say that I'm so incompetent, I'm so slow, I could never live independently. I always need someone, like, they act like I need someone to hold my hand, blow my nose, wipe my butt, feed me. I can never be by myself. Like, that's literally what the piece of paper says. And it drives me crazy because my dear mother never even fought and said, he ain't that bad. Hold up, wait a minute. He's not that severe. Like, she should know that because she made me how I am with certain things because she didn't put me, well, how do I be honest with this? There were things that she allowed me to do that society would not let me do. But then there were things that she agreed with society that allowed them to do to me. Like medicating me, that was society. That's not something that she would have wanted to do. And it just, I don't know, it drives me crazy because the few people that I feel like get me for who I am are two have died. The rest I'm not around all the time. And I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird because it's like, in my head, I'm like, if I get in a relationship, I want to be completely honest with the girl. Not right up front, maybe, because I don't want to scare her. But I feel like as we get deeper and deeper and deeper to the relationship and she starts to, just find out things or know things or whatever, I just don't want someone to be like, I can't be with you because, like, I want someone to, like, love me the way I love you, where it hurts because I love you so much. Like, with my girlfriend that died, like, I don't care what anybody says about her. Anybody says about her. When she needed, when she knew I needed, and back then I was a really, 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 really bad reader. I didn't read barely anything. She would just, okay, Mac, this is what they say, and read it to me. Like, not even question it, not even be like, make fun of you. She just was like, but it's because she was such a loving person and she was so good with kids. She's a loving person and she liked to help people. She was good with kids, craft, and animals. And I was just like, dude, we could have like our own vet. We could have like our own, like, whatever. But like, never once did she ever say like, oh, you can't read or like she just was like we didn't judge each other. And she knew like she would like something would happen and then people were like, why would you tell Matt? Don't aren't you? She's like, out of everybody I know, Matthew doesn't ever judge ever. That's not who he is. Like that's not my character. And she knew that. And a lot of my friends know that. I don't judge you. Like I don't care. Like that's your choice, but like I'll love you and I'll be there for you and I got your back no matter what. If someone messes with you, that's a different story because I'll snap. But I feel like you guys and oh my god, I'm gonna have to stop this video soon. I can't even talk. I feel like you guys trust me, believe in me, and are loyal to me and have been for the last 8 years. And I really don't even get comments about my disability. Like no one really asks about it. Like people tell me they're proud of me for talking about it and speaking up. And like I want to be that voice for people. I do want to help people. Like my goal would be to be. Why did I say it like that? To be or not to be? That is the question. My goal would be to be the voice. I said it again. To be the voice for people with disabilities and show them that we can do stuff, but it might take us a little bit longer, or we might need a little bit of help, but we can do stuff. Stop counting us out. Stop giving us like the crappy jobs of cleaning the bathroom. No offense to anyone who does that, but cleaning the bathroom, changing dirty diaper, like whatever it is that they want us to do, right? Like, or feeding the dogs and picking up dog poop. Like, society back then, we would be locked in institutions, especially when we were married or born to some rich family or famous family. You were locked into an institution because they don't want to be titled. And back then, it was like you had you were weird back then if you had Down syndrome or had any issues with you. Parents would like one lock you up or beat the hell out of you, then lock you up, and then only say, "Oh, I only have 2 kids," but then you have another kid that you lock in the basement or in their room. All like it was evil back then. Like I really want to go in on people how disability, because no one speaks for us. No one is out there speaking for us at all. And I'm like, there's this girl named uh not Tessa. Is it Tessa? No. There's this girl named anyway, she is from Little Women LA, and she has all her kids have some type of disability, and she's a voice for them. And I would love to work with her. I'm gonna message her. I would love to work with her. And she lives in California, but like she's the biggest advocate for little people and people with disabilities. Like, just I love her. I just love how like she's different than what you see on TV, but in TV she was still the same way. Tara, her name's Tara. She's from the Little People LA. I would love to work with her. If anyone knows her personally, and I doubt anyone on my channel does, but I would love to work with her. If anyone could send this video to her, I would love to work with Tara. Because Tara, I feel like she's a go-getter, and I feel like she would just like take me under her wing and like we could do stuff together. Like I just feel like that. But I love you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'm gonna jump off. Salad is finished. And I'm sorry that this is almost a 47 video, but it's gonna take all day to upload. I know it will. But I love you guys. Peace out.